Again, that dog is sitting here, muttered a woman in a colourful headscarf as she walked past the bus stop. What is she waiting for? It's high time she realised no one is coming for her. I feel sorry for her, her companion responded softly. She comes here every day, in any weather, neither rain nor snow scares her. She's just a fool. The first woman snapped. A normal dog would have found a new home long ago. Laima didn't even twitch an ear, though she heard the conversation perfectly. She had long grown used to people discussing her presence here. Some pitied her, some scolded her, and some even tried to take her away. But Laima remembered everything, as if it had happened just yesterday. That rainy October evening when Ivan had found her, a tiny shivering puppy in a cardboard box near the dumpsters. She was so small she fit right in his large hands. "Well, little one, want to come live with me?" he had asked, drying her off with an old towel. From that moment on, their lives became inseparable. Ivan worked as an intercity bus driver and often took Laima with him on his routes. She patiently waited for him at the final stops, always greeting him with joy at the end of each journey. The passengers had gotten used to the ginger dog that came to meet their favourite driver every day. She wouldn't leave this place. Too many happy memories tied her to it. Right here, at this very bus stop, they used to play their favourite game. Find the owner. Ivan would hide behind trees or the kiosk, and Laima would excitedly search for him, barking with delight. Every discovery ended in laughter and tasty treats. One summer, they even saved a little girl who had almost run into the street. Laima had been the first to sense the danger, grabbing the child's dress and pulling her back just in time. Ivan had been so proud of her that day. He praised her the whole way home and even bought her a huge bone. Every morning was the same: breakfast together, a leisurely walk to the bus stop, a goodbye hug. "Wait for me, girl," Ivan would say. And she waited. After all, her owner could return at any moment. Any second now, a bus would pull up, the doors would open, and Ivan would step out. He would smile his warm smile, ruffle her ears, and say, "Well, my girl, did you miss me?" And she would jump up onto his chest, lick his face, and wag her tail so hard it felt like it might fall off. Another bus arrived at the stop. Laima perked up, scanning the faces of the passengers stepping out. No, not him. She would have to wait again. It had been like this for over 8 years, every day, in any weather. In the summer, when the asphalt melted under the heat. In the winter, when the frost bit deep into the bones. In the rain and the snow. "Laima, sweetheart." An elderly woman set down a bowl of food in front of the dog. "Eat, dear. I brought you some homemade chicken soup today." Anna Petrovna lived in the house across from the bus stop and often fed Laima. Over the years, she, like many of the locals, had grown attached to the loyal dog. At first, she had tried to take Laima in, like others before her, but the dog always returned to the bus stop. Eventually, Anna Petrovna gave up and just started bringing her food. "What happened to your owner?" she asked yet again, sitting beside Laima on the bench. "Where did he go?" Laima rested her head on the woman's lap and whimpered softly. She remembered that day as if it had just happened. A normal morning. Ivan had left early, as always. He had to catch his first route. He worked as a long-distance bus driver and was often gone for the whole day. "Wait for me, girl," he had said then, scratching Laima behind the ear. "I'll be back tonight and we'll go for a walk." Laima had barked happily and sat down at the stop, watching the bus pull away. She always did that, saw him off and waited for him right here. But that evening, Ivan didn't come back. He didn't return the next day either, or the next week, or the next month. And yet Laima kept waiting. Even when one of the neighbours told her that far away, a terrible accident had happened and Ivan's bus had crashed. Because Ivan had promised to come back. And he never lied. Other memories surfaced too. New Year's Eve, Ivan always stayed home for the holiday because he knew how much Laima feared fireworks. They would sit on the couch watching TV, and when the explosions started, he would hold her close and whisper soothing words. Their long summer walks in the park where he taught her tricks. Laima was a fast learner. She picked up everything instantly. Her favourite was fetching sticks, which Ivan would throw farther and farther each time. And then there was little Petya, the neighbour's boy who was afraid of dogs. Ivan had patiently helped him overcome his fear, and in the end, Petya and Laima became best friends. Now Petya had grown up and moved away for school, but whenever he visited his parents, he always brought a treat for her. Laima endured more than just the hardships of the weather. Some had tried to drive her away from the stop. This is unsanitary. One woman in a fancy coat had once complained, pointing at Laima. "Children walk here, and there's a stray dog. Where are the authorities?" "She's not a stray." Anna Petrovna had defended her. "She has a home, it's just—" "Exactly! Just." The woman cut her off. "This is turning into a shelter for street animals. I'm going to complain." And she did. She wrote to the district administration, called animal control, and even brought in a TV crew. But the locals defended Laima. They told reporters her story, showed how gentle and kind she was. Even the local vet confirmed that she was regularly checked and vaccinated. Then, something happened that silenced even the most vocal critics. One winter evening, the same woman in the expensive coat slipped on the icy pavement and fell, injuring her leg. She couldn't get up, and there was no one nearby. Only Laima ran over, barking loudly, until passers-by noticed and helped her. After that, the woman never complained again. A week later, she even brought Laima a big bone. "I'm sorry, girl," she said. "I was wrong." Years passed. Laima grew older, her once lustrous ginger fur turning grey, her eyes becoming weary. But she still came to the bus stop every day. That day, she felt especially weak. Her legs trembled, her vision blurred. Yet she still made her way to the stop. Anna Petrovna, seeing her condition, called the vet immediately. But it was too late. Laima lay down, resting her head on her paws. She watched the road where her beloved owner had once disappeared. And maybe, just maybe, she thought she saw his bus in the distance. They say dogs don't cry. But in that moment, a tear glistened in Laima's eye. Or perhaps it was just the reflection of the setting sun. She closed her eyes and finally fell asleep. This time, forever. At that moment, Anna Petrovna thought she saw a smile on Laima's face, as if she had finally reunited with the one she had waited for so long. News of the loyal dog's passing spread quickly through town. People brought flowers to the stop and shared their memories of her. A month later, a small monument appeared, a bronze dog sitting patiently. The plaque read, "To Laima, whose loyalty knew no bounds." Now, anyone passing by could see this story of love and devotion cast in bronze. And if you come early in the morning, when the city is still asleep, you might see the first rays of sunlight touch the statue's eyes, making it seem as though the same spark of hope that once shone in Laima's eyes still glows there today. Because true love never dies.